I'm Daryle Tibbs, the owner of Tibbs Law Office, and today I wanted to discuss some of the important things that clients should know when they go into a hearing. The first thing that clients should understand is that when they get to the courthouse, they need to check in at the check-in desk. After you check in, you need to tell the court officer whether you need an interpreter or if there is a civil protection order preventing you from having contact with another party in the case. The third thing that you need to be aware of is that after you check in with the court officer, you need to go to a waiting area near your hearing room. Once you get to the hearing room, they will have the dockets placed near the hearing room, so you need to check to make sure your name and information is on the docket. After you check that, you would just wait near the hearing room until your hearing is called by the hearing officer. It's important to understand that you should not bring children to the hearings, especially in domestic relations court, regardless of what the hearing is about. The children are not going to be able to go into the hearings, and you would definitely need to have somebody out in the waiting room to wait with any children that you may bring to the hearing, and it's best just not to have the children there. It's also important to remember to turn off your cell phone when you go into hearings. Different hearing officers have different rules about what they do when they have a cell phone go off in the courtroom. However, it's best not to take that risk. It's also important not to have any other electronic devices on in the courtroom. You're not allowed to have computer devices open to take notes on. The court has a transcript of the hearing, and you're able to access that transcript by requesting a copy of it if you need information regarding what happened in the hearing. It's also important to remember that you should bring any required documentation. If you have a hearing about child support, you need to bring documentation regarding income and expenses, and then any other documentation that's required for your particular type of case is important to have with you. Anything that needs to be presented has to be presented at the hearing, and if it's not, you're not going to get a further opportunity to present that documentation. It's also important to have the appropriate number of copies of that documentation to present not only to the hearing officer, but also the opposing party if there's an opposing party involved, and possibly a witness if you need the witness to identify any of the documents or refer to any of the information on any of the documents.